And then when we went to Massachusetts, it's run by nuns, and the Sister Superior, she's the principal. And our bus pulled in there, and there's 12 of us, 13 of us, and Moses, David, was all white hair, and it was obvious that he was the oldest of us, and us, we were just young guys. And so we got there, and the head nun comes running up there, and she's going to run to my Uncle Mose, and she says, Chief. She called him Chief. I don't know how she knew that. But she got it right. He was a chief. Yeah. And she said, would you do the grace? Because we got there about 2 minutes before noon. So they're having a big cafeteria, and she wants our chief to do the grace. So my Uncle Moses says, uh-oh, got it not get it or no. Yes, we net yung wine in the order, the grace. And so my uncle was very nervous. He talked Mohawk, and he says, what am I going to do? We were taught always to be friendly to your host. And whatever your host wants, you try to appease them. That's our tradition in a real Indian. And we were taught never to refuse food when it's offered to you. Even if you're full, you're supposed to eat a little bit. Those are all old ancient teachings. So he said, but we were also taught not to lie. So now I'm stuck between two big stones. No matter which way I go, I'm stuck. He says, now what am I going to do? He's talking Mohawk. So I said, the reason these nuns and Catholic institution invite us here is they want to know what's our culture. They're trying to share different viewpoints and different religious, I guess, stuff. And we're so different, that's what they want to know. That's why they contracted us to come here to tell them the truth of who we are. So don't be afraid, just tell the truth to them. He says, my uncle, and I'm just a kid, and I'm the one that told him how to get out of it. You want me to share with what he told him? He went to the podium, just like that, and there was about 200 students in there. We're going to eat with them. Here's how he did it. And he didn't talk English in the best grammar. It was kind of broken up. He says, he's got to do the grace now. He says, ladies and gentlemen. That's how he talked to them. Ladies and gentlemen. He said that first. He says, I don't know what to tell you, but my nephew told me what to say or to teach me. So I'm going to do it, what he said. He told me to tell the truth. So I'm going to tell you the truth. So don't get mad at me, he said. Unless you're afraid of the truth, you get mad at me. He says, number one, us Haudenosaunee people, Iroquois people, we don't have no grace. Mohawk, Oneida, Akwesasne, all Iroquois, we don't have no grace before we eat. But don't get me wrong, we have something like a grace after we eat. And it's a little different. Because we don't bless the food. Because we're just Mohawks. We're not God. So we don't have the power to bless the food. But in the beginning of the world, he told them, when the Creator, the God, made the corn and the beans and the watermelons and potatoes and the trees, the Creator made those, and he's the one blessed those, and he did such a fantastic, perfect job that no other has to do that since the time of the beginning of the world. It's so powerful that it makes its own seed, and it's been going for 10, 20, or 50, or a million years, all from the one blessing of our God and Creator. And so we never get in the middle between life's creation, because it's already done. That's why we have no power to bless nothing. It's already been blessed when the world was new. He said, and so after we're done eating, if you're in a Seneca country, Mohawk country, Oneida country, you'll hear our leaders and faith keepers and elders, when they finish eating, they'll say, Nyame. Or if you're Onondagas, they'll say, Nyame ha. Onondagas fancy it. They got a little tail at the end of theirs. And then when you hear them say that, everybody says, Nyo. That means you heard them. That it's like English people's "you're welcome." Same thing. And that's true. Where you hear that is when you go to the cookhouses after convention or big ceremonies. You'll hear that all over the place. Nyame. And they say it loud so everybody can hear it. And so he told them, you say Nyame one time, nice and loud. And when you say it once, the Creator hears that you said thank you, that he gave us that food since the beginning of the time of the world. Then you only said it once, but it has a second target, the first being the Creator. Then the second one, who hears the very only one time you said thank you, Yahweh, is the people who cooked it and prepared it for eating. They hear it, that one, and it's for them too. And then the spirit and the soul that's in the corn and the beans and the carrots of what you're eating, or the venison or the steak that you're eating, the spirit of all the life that was in there hears the third one. And so with one Yahweh, you have said thank you to Creator, to the people who prepared, and to the power from where that food, its spirit came from, its life. Now that's how we do it after you finish eating. Otherwise, us Mohawk thinks that if you're going to have a horse and buggy, don't put the horse in the back of the buggy, put it in the front so it can pull it. And that's what he said to them. Everybody clap. Even the head superior clap. And after we finished eating, you could hear all that people say, Nyame, and some forgot, and they'll say, thank you. So that whole Catholic seminary forgot how to grace. Now they became Mohawks. That's a pretty good thing, huh? So anyway, I share that with you.